Welcome my dear learners for this course on engineering graphics. In our module 3 we were discussing about orthographic projection of solids. So far we have discussed about the projection of prisms and also the projection of pyramids. Let us move on to our problem number 13, which states that a cube of 40 mm sides rests on HP on an edge which is inclined to VP at 30 degree. Draw the projection with a lateral square face containing the edge on which it rests makes an angle of 50 degree to HP. If you observe the problem, the cube is resting on HP. Therefore, in the first position, I should draw the cube standing on HP without inclining to any of the planes. In the second position, I should show the inclination with respect to HP itself, because in the first position, it is standing on HP. In the third position, I should show the remaining inclination, that is with respect to vertical plane. Let us solve this problem. In the first position, cube stands on HP. In the second position, lateral square face containing the edge will make an angle of 50 degree to HP. And finally, in third position, the resting edge will make an angle of 30 degree to VP. Let me draw XY line first. This is vertical plane and this is horizontal plane. Now, to avoid the confusion, let us draw a cube. A cube is nothing but a solid with 6 square faces. Let us consider a cube as shown having 6 square faces. Now, if I mark the corners of this cube in the front view, I can see the corners B, C, B1, C1, whereas corners A, D, A1, D1 are invisible. So, this will be the front view for this cube and this will be the top view for this cube. If I view this cube from top, I can see the corners A, B, C, D, whereas the corners A1, B1, C1, D1 are invisible. Since cube is resting on one of its edges, I should draw the square such a way that I will get edge on either side. Therefore, construct a square of dimension 40 mm of each side such a way that you will get edge on either side. So if I do that, I will get. Now in the top view, I can see the corners A, C and D, whereas the corners A1, B1, C1, D1 are invisible in the top view. So therefore, the invisible corners are A1, D1, C1 and D1. Now take the projection vertically upwards and mark the side. In the front view also I will get a square. Therefore, also locate the center to mark the axis. This should be very thin line because we don't have any edges inside the cube. The axis is O and O1. Take the projection and mark the axis also. Now if I see the cube in the front view, I can see the corners BC, B1, C1, that is B prime, C prime, B1 prime and C1 prime, whereas the corners A, D, A1, D1 are invisible. A prime, D prime, D1 prime and A1 prime are invisible. The axis is always invisible in the front view, therefore I have O1 prime and O prime. Show the dimension in the front view and also in the top view, whose side length is 40 mm. Now in the second position, the lateral square face generated by the resting edge, that is C prime, D prime, the lateral face will be C prime, D prime, C1 prime, D1 prime. So this lateral square face should be inclined at an angle of 50 degree to horizontal plane. Therefore, mark 50 degree measuring counterclockwise and on this 50 degree lay down the lateral face generated by this edge, resting edge C1 prime, D1 prime. Therefore, construct a 50-degree line whose length is 40 mm and transfer these edges C1 prime, D1 prime and C prime, D prime. So I transformed the lateral face C1 prime, C prime, D prime, D1 prime, which is inclined at an angle of 50 degree. On this face, you construct this square once again, which is very easy to construct. On the either corners of this line, you draw a perpendicular line whose length is 40 millimeters. And also locate the center to indicate the axis. So this completes the transferring of the front view in which the lateral face is inclined at an angle of 50 degree. This lateral face is containing the resting edge, which is C1 prime, D1 prime. Now take the projection vertically downwards and also from horizontal and complete the top view. This completes taking projection vertically downwards and also from horizontal. Now mark the corners. I will get B1, A1. First, you mark the boundary of this cube to avoid confusion in marking the invisible edges. So marking the boundary of this cube, I will get, this completes the marking of boundary of this cube. Now, in the top view, observer will be here. So to the observer, the farthest corners are C1 prime and D1 prime. All the edges emerging from C1 prime and D1 prime are invisible except they lie on the boundary of the cube. If they lie on the boundary of the cube, definitely they are visible edges. The edges which are emerging from C1 prime and D1 prime are B1 to C1, C1 to D1, D1 to A1, C1 to C and D1 to D. B1 to C1 is coming on the boundary, so this is visible. C1 to D1 is not coming on the boundary, therefore mark it as invisible, which is marked with the help of dashed lines. D1 to A1 is coming on the boundary, it is visible. C1 to C is also coming on the boundary, it is visible. D1 to D is also coming on the boundary, it is visible. Therefore, the only invisible edge is C1 to D1. Finally, you mark the axis and finally you draw the edge A to B. So, this completes the top view in the second position. Now, in the third position, I should make the resting edge incline an angle of 30 degree. The resting edge is C1 prime, D1 prime, which is nothing but C1, D1. Now, draw a 30 degree line to XY line. On that line, you reconstruct C1, D1. If I do that, I will get, if I draw a 30 degree line and reconstruct, there might be a chance of the diagram entering the vertical plane. Therefore, draw a parallel line offsetting the XY line, whereas this line and XY line is parallel to each other. Now, on this line, you draw a 30 degree line using 30-60 set square. So, I have constructed a 30 degree line to VP. Now, on this 30 degree line, you incline. I have constructed a 30 degree line to vertical plane. Now, on this 30 degree line, you reconstruct C1, D1. The length of C1, D1 is known, which is 40 mm. So, reconstructing C1 and D1 on this 30 degree line, I have transformed D1 and C1. So now measure A1 to D and note down the point D1 and transfer it. So similarly, you transfer B1 to C, noting down point C1. Therefore, I have transformed D. Once you transferred all these corners, finish the sketch and take the projection vertically upwards and also from horizontal. If I do that, I will get, so this completes taking projection vertically upwards and also from horizontal. Now mark all the corners. I will get C1 prime and D1 prime. Similarly, in the top face, I have A, B, C and D. AB, C and D. The axis is O prime and O1 prime. O1 prime and O prime. So mark all the alphabets with primes to distinguish between front view and top view. Now connect the boundary first and also mark the axis to avoid confusion in marking the invisible edges. So the boundary will be A prime, D prime, A prime, A1 prime, D1 prime, C1 prime, C prime, again B prime and finally A prime. This completes marking of the boundary and also mark the axis. Now in the front view, observer will be here. Now to the observer, the farthest corner is D. Therefore, all the edges emerging from D are invisible except they lie on the boundary of this cube. The edges emerging from D are D to C, D to A and D to D1. So marking one by one, D to C, that is D prime to C prime, we can mark it as invisible, which is coming inside the cube. Next we have D to A, that is D prime to A prime, mark it as invisible. And finally we have D to D1, mark it as invisible. This completes marking of boundary and invisible edges and also the axis. Now connect the bottom face, that is A1 prime, B1 prime, C1 prime, D1 prime, and then connect the top face A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, and connect the edges, that is A1 to A, B1 to B, C1 to C and D1 to D, and complete the sketch. If I do that, I will get A1 to B1, B1 to C1, C1 to D1 is already marked. In the top face, A, B, C, D, A is already marked. Now connecting the longer edges, C1 to C, D1 to D is already connected, A1 to A is also connected, finally you connect B1 to B. So this completes the cube in which it is resting on one of its base edges on HP. If you clearly observe, according to our second rule, common lines cannot cross over. We are finding one invisible edge, one visible edge. Here also we are finding one invisible edge and one visible edges. As usual, I have used the same color for these two front views, which means that these two are in same dimensions, and for these two top views I have used the same color, which means that these two are in same dimensions. So this completes the given problem. That's all from this lecture. Thank you.